everyone, so today I'm going to show you how I remove my glitter and dark polishes the easiest way possible. I start by taking a big piece of tinfoil and I fold it up into strips that are roughly 6 to 8 inches long and between 1.5 and 2.5 inches wide. Just basically depends on your finger size. After I fold it, I'll cut around all 4 edges of my rectangle and then I'll pull the pieces apart so I have separate strips of tinfoil to wrap around my fingers. I tried doing this with band-aids once because I thought it would be easier. I wouldn't have to do all this folding and cutting, but I learned that acetone and band-aids don't really work well together. So back to the tinfoil I go. After that's done, I take a cosmetic wipe. You can use the square ones or the round ones like I'm using, or even the lint-free ones. You can just fold them up and you don't have to cut them. But basically you only need something that's the size of your nail. You don't need anything too big. So rather than using 10 of these, I can use 3 and still have spares. You could also take a cotton ball and unravel it and then cut that into pieces. That works really well also. You'll notice that I already have my left hand done. It's kind of a hassle when you have one hand done and you're trying to do the second one. So you could always just do one hand and then take it off and then do the second hand after. I just like to get it done as quick as I can, so I'll do it all at one time. I find by wetting one of the pads and then squishing it against another one will give me just the right amount of remover on both, so you don't end up squirting it out of the tinfoil off your fingers and making a mess, and at the same time you have more than enough. So you just take the acetone soaked pad, put it on your nail, wrap the tinfoil around, give it a twist. If your strips are wide enough, then you can position it over your finger in such a way that you can fold it down under or over your nail. And I find this works the best. You shouldn't have to wait too long once you get all 10 fingers finished before you can start taking them off. I usually wait about 2 or 3 minutes after my last one's done before I take my first one off again to allow it enough time. So in total, the acetone's probably on there about 10 or 15 minutes tops. I didn't wait quite long enough on this one, so all I'm doing is putting a little bit of acetone onto the pad fresh, and then I'll stick my finger back in, squish it down again, and then I'll leave that one for last. I like to give my fingers a little squeeze and twist before I pull the pad off, just to make sure that I'm getting as much as I can off. And the bonus to pulling it off this way instead of unwrapping it is, like with my index finger, if you have to redo it, you just stick it back in and you're good to go, rather than having to redo everything. Most of the time you'll get the majority of the polish off, and you might just need to make a tiny little wipe onto your nail to get rid of the last of it. It should be loosened up enough that it's just a gentle wipe. You won't have to scrub it as if you didn't soak them at all. After I take my polish off, I like to put a barrier butter or a lotion or a cuticle oil or something on my fingers in order to get rid of all the acetone nasty. You should probably wash your hands first and then put on the cuticle oil, but I may have forgotten that step. You could also put this on thickly before you wrap your nails, and then that should protect them from the acetone completely. So hopefully this video helped you all out, and have a great day. Please like and subscribe. Thank you!